All right, I will call this February 6th, 2025 meeting of the Utilities Commission to order at 8:31 a.m. All right, seeing as you have the January, the clerk may call the roll. Start off with that.
Mr. Sayers?
Here.
Mr. Ball?
Here.
Mr. Reinhardt?
Here.
Ms. Busenberg?
Here.
Mr. Gann?
All right, we have a quorum present. Now we'll move on to minutes approval, seeing that you have the January 9th, 2025 committee meeting minutes in front of you. Are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion for approval.
Make a motion to approve the January minutes.
Have a motion, is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion, meeting minutes are approved. On to the adjustment journal. Mr. Polo, would you like to make a comment on the adjustment journal?
For the adjustment journal, we had two.
Would
You
like
need
to?
to use the mic
Mic,
because
yeah,
it
wait.
won't
Yep.
go on the record. Thank you.
Sorry, still new.
Welcome, welcome.
All right, we had two on the adjustment journal. Mr. Detloff, in the amount of $894.02. Mr. Detloff had moved from his residence, and we had been receiving a grant from Nahoco, pledged to pay for his water. So the remaining amount of that pledge has been returned to the state. And then Mr. Klein, in the amount of $798.22, he had a wastewater leak credit, and that's what we did. He had a leak, so we refunded the amount of wastewater for him.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Polo?
I'll make a motion to approve the adjustment journal for not August.
Yeah, we need to correct. It says August 24.
I was like, oops, that's not.
Yeah, so that needs to reflect January 25. But other than that,
Yes, January 2025. Yeah, I know in Excel, sometimes if you don't have it turned on, that part is hidden when you print it. So.
Yeah. All right, so we have a motion to accept the January 25 adjustment journal. Is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
We have a second. Are there any additional discussion there? Hearing none, clerk can call the roll.
Mr. Sayers?
Yes.
Mr. Ball?
Yes.
Mr. Reinhardt?
Yes.
Ms. Busenberg?
Yes.
All right, motion carries. On to new business, William Ostermiller at Westgate/leak credit request.
Good morning, members of the esteemed Utility Commission. How are you doing?
Esteemed, look at you. I would like to invite you to sit up here.
Maybe
All right.
one day.
What do we got?
Okay, we've been having issues with the water and stuff due to the cold temperatures and everything and stuff. We've had water leaks throughout January here that we've addressed. And then we had that, Arctic blast came in, which really hurt us real bad. Mm-hmm. We had a leak on January 4th, which we addressed and got fixed. Then another one on January 5th, then another on the January 6th, then the 12th, 13th, the 17th. Then right after that Arctic blast went through and we had the warm up come in and stuff, we had our water usage really spiked and stuff. It went up way higher than what it should have been.
You found all the frozen pipes there, huh?
Well, what we found was tenants had went on vacation and they had not took any preparations before they went on vacation and their lines burst. Just on us is what they did. And we started walking the 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th, tracking down all the problems and stuff and getting them fixed, where it was the tenant's responsibility and stuff, but you know how that goes. They're not going to do it. They think it's the park's responsibility, even though they own their mobile homes. So we ended up going into what we call the water shack, where we have water lines in there for when we get a new mobile home come in and stuff, so we connect to our water feed to the back of the meter. Had to use that to fix lines and everything. We had to, even I had to take out of my own pocket, and stuff, and buy a 50,000 BTU heater that ran on diesel, kerosene, and fuel oil. Because some of the areas when we got under there, where they had been going, there's ice walls. Those because we had no way of knowing, you know. Because I mean, you get sub-zero temperatures and the wind's blowing, you're not going to get too many guys wanting to go out and stuff. So we'd like to ask for maybe a little bit of leniency, possibly a waiving of the wastewater portion of the bill for this month. That's because all that water ended up going onto the ground and everything. Is where it ended up going. And I mean, that's up to Mr. Reinhardt and his beautiful assistant there and stuff to make that decision. And everything on that and everything. And stuff. I mean, that was the main issue and stuff. Now, I do have a question I'd like to ask the committee and stuff. They're saying about the water and stuff. You guys are in charge of the Energy Ag program, is that correct?
Not this commission.
Not this commission yet. The city has an aggregate.
Okay,
Yeah.
because we've had ones coming in that they're very aggressive. So and we get letters changing, and we tell them no, tell them no, and they're changing the utilities and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think it needs to be addressed. I wasn't sure if they'd have to address you guys or.
Yeah. Well, if they're within the city of Mount Vernon, they have to have a solicitor's permit to.
Well, I've hit them up about that and everything else.
Well, if they're on your property and they're
And we've got it
soliciting,
posted, no
yeah,
soliciting.
call the police.
That's what I've been doing.
Yep. There you go.
Okay, so it's the city that handles that.
Yeah, Westgate, you are incorporated in the city.
Yeah.
Now, most of the area around that is not, so it may be confusing for someone, but you are in the city and then subject to all those rules.
Right. That's what I already knew that, and I wasn't sure, because they keep saying utility commission. That's what I thought. Well, I said I'd ask you guys that question today.
So if some cities do provide an electric utility, in that case, a utilities commission in that city would be over that utility, but we do not. The only
Okay.
thing that we've done is the voters approved an electric aggregate, and the city is in charge of that.
Well, like I said, they've been very aggressive and everything.
And gas, yeah.
Hang on the gas and electric, and the tenants tell them no, and then they get their bills.
Yep.
I had one yell at me the other day. They changed me. My bill went up to $400 from $200.
Yeah, we are very aware, and anybody watching, if, somebody comes to your door, they're not approved by the city. I think we've only had one person take out a solicitor's permit for that, so
Okay.
ask for a
Just
solicitor's
do what I've
permit
been-
and then kick
Do
them
like
off.
what I've been
Yep.
doing, ask them for the permit. If they don't have it, they call the police and
Yep.
tell them to leave.
This would be the first time someone's ever broken the law, so this is, kind of news to us, but
Well, like I
I'm
said,
joking, yeah.
I thought I'd let you address that, but like I said, the water is the main thing right now. I'll just keep running the ones off when they show up.
Yes, perfect.
And like I said, I got to talk to Mr. Reinhardt and everything and see what we can set up for a meeting and stuff on this. Is that correct, Mr. Reinhardt?
Pardon?
You want to set up a meeting to discuss the water and,
Yes, April did.
okay. That pretty much covers everything right now.
All right, so,
And thank you for your time.
are we being asked to take action on this today, or? All right, so let's review. We've got a couple things in front of us, I believe, yeah?
Yes.
We're being asked to look at some leniency on the wastewater side of things, is that right?
Correct.
All right.
So what we have, that top line there, their actual bill is,
11.7?
that is minus, we already have a deal where they're paying $1,000 less each month on their bill, and they're gonna make it up in March when they increase their rates.
Okay.
We approved that back a few months ago. So take the 11,770 minus 2,000 and the 2,200. So if you go over to the amount column, the third one from the right is 9,570 and 70 cents is what their actual bill is.
Okay.
the $200 penalty will be taken off. We just have not done that yet, the way the billing system works.
So it looks like their standard bill is 61, somewhere in 6,000.
Yeah, the average usage, if you go over to the other page here, the consumption, if we average November, October, and September is 408.33 would be the average. And in December, they used the 639 units.
408.33.
Yeah, would be the average. September, October, and November.
This last billing not necessarily inclusive of everything he mentioned, probably,
Yeah, it would,
because it's only,
Well,
the read date's
yeah.
only up till January 13th.
yeah, there would be, probably next month would be additional. It's going to be high also.
So what dollar amount are you proposing for where we are now?
If we would take it back to the average, forgive the wastewater fee back to the average of the 408.33. That would be their average water usage.
Okay,
Then it's subtract the sewer, whatever above and beyond that 408.33 would be minus,
okay.
give the sewer credit. I don't have an actual dollar
Okay,
figure.
but the guess is it's about $2,000 or $3,000.
It'd be 230 units. Would give a credit for on sewer, 233, 230.
What's our unit pricing? It's on the website. Didn't bring my laptop today.
And we're only providing this for
Wastewater.
sewer, yeah.
Yeah, water was actually used.
All right.
Right.
And that's what we normally do, we'll go back 3 months.
Haven't done a rate study in a long time, so I don't remember. Little engine that could. Don't want AI helping me.
So we're looking at what, 438?
So how does this work with the, what size? What's, they're on a
236.
4-inch meter?
You know what size meter you have?
The meter's about like this, about maybe 4 to 5 inches in size. Is underneath the mobile homes. Now, what the city has for their main meter, I don't have any idea what size that is, because I'd have to go open the pit, this door, and go down in, which is a no-no.
Right, yeah, you're not. Josh probably knows. I think it's 4-inch, but. Alright, so if it's a 4-inch, then 400.
Getting a picture of this that's going on social media. Utility
Thanks.
commission's playing with their phones during the meetings.
Yeah,
Right.
that'll go over well.
So if it's 4-inch, then it's 653.40 per 400 cubic feet. And this is in 100 cubic feet?
Hundreds, yeah.
This is,
This would be 230.67 units times 100.
so that's 230.67.
It's a 2-inch.
It's a 2-inch? Thought it was bigger than that. Okay, well, then I gotta start my math over again. All right, so we're at 161.10. 400. So 161, so that's 161.
100 times, what is it, 161?
Divided by 6110 divided by, well, if I do it that way, I don't want to do it this way, so 400. Well, we need it in terms of, so it needs to be in dollars per, well, we divide it by 4, right? Because this is hundreds, right? So I need to divide that by 4. So it's $40, 28 cents per 100 cubic feet, right? So then we have 40.28 times 230.67, and that's in 100 cubic feet. All right, so 40.28 times. Okay, so that is 9,291. Why not?
That's the whole bill.
Okay. How many cubic feet are you crediting then? Yeah, that is the whole bill.
230, because the total bill is, total reading was 639.
But what rate are you billing them at? Are you billing them at a 2-inch rate?
Yeah, that was what,
So then you got the multiplier rate. So that's the whole, yeah, that seems like a big number. Okay. Where'd my rate sheet go here? Okay, so 2-inch, make sure I'm reading this right. Inside the city, if you're at a 2-inch, that's 161.10 per 400 CCF, right?
That's just for the initial.
for this one.
Because that's the
I'll cut these mics and then you can do dad jokes.
first 400.
Cubic feet. 1044 per 100 cubic
How
feet.
about airline food?
Yeah, but then is that, but this is the rate per 400.
That would be for the initial 400,
But how are you billing the second?
and then it goes to 1044 per 100 cubic foot. So anything over 400
So even
goes
if
to
you're on a 8-inch meter, the rate,
That's correct.
okay.
yeah,
All right, so we're definitely calculating it wrong.
so 1044.
So then you should only use the 1044 because you're gonna pay the first anyway, right?
Yeah, so it'd be the 230.67 times 1044. Now, the 100 cubic feet, 1044. That'd be 2,000,
So that was including the water charge.
2,040.
This is in 100 cubic feet, right?
These are not 100 cubic foot. These are units, 230.67 units.
What's a unit? Is this furlongs per, is this cubic furlongs?
Ashramite cubit feet.
It'd be
Not to be confused with the Egyptian.
230.
What is a unit?
67. A unit's 100 cubic feet.
Right, so this is 100, these are both in 100 cubic feet. So it's $10.43,
Times
sorry,
10.